Hey, what up, everybody? Steviebreech coming to you. Comments on the good old Kurt Angle DUI. Seems like just the other day I made a video pretty much thanking Santino Morella for getting in a car accident, not having anything to do with drugs or alcohol. Seems like the wrestling world just seems that they do not understand that drinking and driving do not mix. Kurt Angle, this is pretty much his third strike for him, you guess you can say, dating back to a 2008 and a 2011 DUI. Both of them pretty much he got slapped on the wrist and pretty much let go. And he goes on podcasts and says things like, that the wrestling world and the dirt sheets like to sort of pick on him when he gets in trouble, and that he always is able to get it scratched off his record. To me, if you get picked up for drunk driving, DUI, suspicion of drunk driving, it doesn't matter what you call it. You were driving drunk, and you were putting yourself and you were putting hundreds of other people on the road who have nothing to do with your life in danger. It doesn't matter if you go out and pay a lawyer tons of money to go out and fight your case and find out the little loop or crack hole that you can get out on. And that seems like what all these people are doing. And it's not just wrestling, it's all over the world. There's these lawyers that just seem they can get yourself out of any situation that there is. I don't know if this is comes back down on Kurt Angle himself or just his leadership team or the people that surround him, but it just seems like this guy's career since he left WWE has just gone nothing but downhill. I mean, TNA, the company that he works for, the company that he is the champion for, this is the second DUI he's got that's brought a bad light onto this company when he's been their champion, the flagship person of TNA. I mean, they don't want to put somebody up like Samoa Joe up there. They don't want to put somebody up there like AJ Styles. For some reason, every time he's champion, he brings some sort of bad light on this company. It just does not make any sense at all. I don't know if the leadership, Dixie Carter or Eric Bischoff, Hulk Hogan, why they don't have any sort of like, maybe not Big Brother program, but some sort of thing, to get these wrestlers help. I mean, this is your second wrestler within a month, to get busted for this. It was Christopher Daniels not that long before that when he was partying with Chris Helms, got a DUI. I believe it was around Christmas time, somewhere around there. But just drunk driving is just the one thing out there in the world that is just horrible. Like, I mean, it's just bad. I mean, the only thing out there that's worse than this is, I guess you can say murder because I mean, you go out and you're just driving yourself home. I mean, I don't understand why people in the world do not understand that when you go out and party, you go out to bars and do whatever you want to, sporting events, you can drink all you want to. Just don't get in your car and drive home. It's not that hard. You can call a cab, you can get a ride with a friend that hasn't had, any drinks. And I don't know if people are scared that something's gonna map into their car and they gotta get their car home. There's millions of things you can do. There's programs set up to where people will come pick you up and drive your car home and make sure you and your car get home all right. I don't know what it is in the world that people do not understand anything about this. I mean, it's just dumb. It is just straight up dumb. Kurt Angle, you want to bitch and complain about Twitter? That's what he was doing when he was drinking. If you look at the timeline on Twitter from last night, he was complaining about the top 50 superstars DVD. You know, when you wrestle for a second-rate organization, you're never going to be looked at as the best wrestler in the world. I'm sorry to knock TNA like this because they, really have nothing to do with this in the long run. As long as they set up some sort of thing where the wrestlers don't get in trouble anymore. But you know, you can't be looked at as the best wrestler in the world when you're going around fucking yourself up and just putting yourself in a bad light. There's no way in the world you're going to be looked at as the best wrestler in the world when you can't keep yourself off the TMZ for drunk driving. Flat out. That's it. It's stupid. There's no reason in the world if it's, thinking about your place in wrestling history that, makes you say that, it puts you in a place where you have to drink and get drunk and drive your car around. It's just stupid and it's not worth it. It seems like, you said that you've taken painkillers out of your life. You've done podcasts, interviews about this where you say painkillers are from the devil and you don't mess with that stuff anymore. But sometimes you can take one evil out of your life and replace it with another. And you need to sit down, look yourself in the mirror and say, I got a problem with alcohol. That's it. It's just that easy. You need to get this out of your life and find a way that you don't replace it with something else. Because Kurt Angle, I do look at you as you are one of the best wrestlers in the world. But as long as you shine, a bad light on wrestling, that's it. It's done. I just can't look at you the same. It's just not it. You need to get yourself in a place where people can hold your hand and help you out. WB has tons of ways to help people out. If you have any problems, you're covered under the wellness policy. Any wrestler that's ever been under WB contract can check themselves into rehab, and Vince picks up the bill. Jim Ross has said that they've paid millions of dollars for this. It helps, the people that have worked for them, get in a better place in their life, and that helps WB look good. And for Jim Ross to say that, bad things happen to bad people on Twitter, that's not the exact quote. He said something like that. Shame on him, man. You got to come down harder on these guys. We're a person who is in a high leadership position of WWE, and it's just not good. You can't just shake your finger at this. Drunk driving is a serious situation, and I have no idea why people don't look at it this way.